you everyone for joining us on the call. As a reminder, please use the raised hand icon if you have a question, and we will be sure to call on you. And today we are going to switch it up a bit, and we will do the first question to Alex Calabrese from Men in Red 97.
Yes, we're back in first. How are we doing, Coach?
What's up, Alex? How are you? Joe's
I'm
gonna
good.
be
I'm
upset.
good.
He's gonna be upset at you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Hope you're enjoying the break. Um, First of all, coming into the break, you had three pretty good games in a row, two draws, finally getting a win against LA. Do you feel like that momentum is still there with the team, even though you had a couple of days off where you weren't together as a group?
Yes, I think the momentum is still there. I think this break um, was good, especially after us getting a really good performance and good 3 points against the Galaxy. And I think the break has been good. I think even after that game, I think the preparation and the training has been really sharp. But it also gave an opportunity now with the players to take a couple of days off just to um, rest, not only physically, from a mental standpoint. I think guys have put a lot into it, and I think the break came in a good time. The trainings have been sharp here starting this week, and I think that's really good. I think the guys have come in energized. So I felt the break is good, and we're preparing really well and hard for to go to Toronto and continue to get points.
And have you seen a new energy from the team? We talked for a couple of weeks about just waiting for that first win to turn a corner, so to speak. Have you felt that from the players?
I think the energy has always been there. The commitment has been there, but I think it's different when you get some good results and a win. I think that I think that you can just see the sharpness within the guys is there. That's better. I think sometimes the confidence comes back even more. You don't overthink things. I think it's more instinctively where everything just becomes sharper and more dynamic. And I think for sure the results do impact the mentality of the group. And that's why I felt that, I think just giving the guys a couple days of break and having this bye week, I guess, I think it's been really good, and the energy has been good. I think, the results have helped, and we just have to continue. I think that effort and commitment and hard work is the only thing that's going to, continue to get us climbing higher and higher.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll do the next three will be Joe Chats from On Tap Sportsnet, followed by Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press, and then Tim Hatze from Men in Red 97. Joe?
Thanks, E. Thanks, Frank. How's it going today?
Good, Joe. You?
Doing well. Thank you so much. Coach, just 8 games before the Leagues Cup break. I'm curious what the message is going into that. Obviously, the 3 games of positive results, one thing, but just the mentality and what the team's goals are, over these next 8 matches.
No, I mean, Joe, it hasn't changed before even the 3 games. I talked to you guys about where we were. I think our approach to every game has to be almost that this is, it's not a relegation battle, but we have to approach every game like a relegation battle, like we're fighting, and we're dropped a lot of points, and there's no other way to climb out of it except just approach every game like it's almost like a must-win game, with that mentality. And so that hasn't changed. We've gotten, it's 3 games, we've some positive results, but we we have a long way to go, and we understand that where we are, and only effort and hard work is going to get us out, and a commitment, and we got to stick together. The energy's been good, the results have helped, but we have to keep going, and we have a long way to go. And my message hasn't changed. We know what our goals are in the end. We want to be in the playoffs. So there's no other way to say it. So we have an uphill climb, and we have to approach every game like it's a must-win situation.
Thanks. Safe travels this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach, for taking the time. Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press in Toronto.
Hey,
As
Neil,
you
how are
know,
you?
good, thank you. As you know, there's been a turnaround for Toronto FC under John Herdman in his first full season in charge. What are you expecting from Toronto at BMO Field?
Look, I mean, I've watched a lot of their games. I think for me, it's a team that's very organized, a team that's committed. I mean, obviously, new leadership and I think new energy also for them. And I think all the players are committed. He's getting, they brought some really good players in, and it's a team that's going to come, obviously playing at home with energy and the way they press. They're organized. So I see a team that's committed, and it's going to be a really difficult match. We have to be at our best. We have to be ready from the start of the game to play a team that it's going to bring energy. In moments they're going to press. They're going to work hard. They have no problems and stepping up in moments where they're in 1v1 situations. They don't mind playing really high up and making it difficult for teams. So, I see a team that's organized and not easy to break down. And, we have to be at our best, and we have to understand that, and expect a fast start in the match and be ready. No, not an easy task, but one that we look forward to the challenge, obviously. And it's going to be a challenge, and we're preparing extremely well for them. And we look forward to the game. I think having this break has been good, like I said, but now I think we're excited to get back and playing.
Thank you. Safe travels.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next, we have Tim Hotze, Men in Red 97.
Hi, Frank. How are you?
Good, Tim.
Good. So just a quick update with the week off and some players' availability. How's everybody's health doing? Guys like Chase Gasper, Andrew Gutman, and
No,
Toby Salquist. I know
those guys are not available, Tim.
Okay. And
Yeah.
is Fetty doing any better or?
No, he's not available either. He
Okay.
will not be available. I mean, I think those guys are, longer term now. How long? I couldn't tell you right now. I couldn't tell you in 1 week or 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I think we're hopeful, but these guys are they're down the road, which is it's a difficult one because I mean, obviously, on that side with Goodman and Chase, I mean, you have two left-footed players that they're out, so that kind of hurts us at the moment. But it is what it is. I'm sure that every team deals with it, and we just have to move on. But they won't be available. They won't be available, and Shaqiri's gone with the Euros. We know that, and other than that, it's day by day. Some guys are carrying little things, and we're being a little bit careful, and we're hoping that everybody's going to be 100%, at least with the guys that are other than the guys that I said for Saturday.
All right. Thanks, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we will go to Russell Wifey from Soccer Master US.
Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Russell?
I'm doing great. I've got two questions.
Okay.
This is to stay away from this weekend's game. So, former Chicago Fire player John Duran has been linked to Chelsea. Let's say he moved to Chelsea, right? Is there any onward transfer in terms of money to Chicago Fire? This is the first one, and the second one is Shaqiri starts with Switzerland this weekend. Any good message for him? Thank you.
Can you repeat the second one? Sorry.
Shaqiri starts with Switzerland, the Euros, right? So I'm saying any good message for him?
No. I texted him and I wish him all the best and good luck. I think that's important. I know that it's a big tournament and it might be his last Euros for him. And I wish him, obviously nothing but the best. And then the first one with John Duran, that's a very good question. I think that's one that you have to ask our technical director or sporting director in case he moves, what the contract long-term with a move or what that means for our club. I couldn't answer that question. I'm sorry, Russell.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you. Neil, I see that your hand is still up. Do you have another question?
No, I'm sorry. I'll take my hand down.
Okay. I thought you were just saying hi, Neil. I'll say hi to you in Toronto, man.
Thank you. See you then.
Sorry about that. Well, that's it for today, Coach. Thank you so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
Okay, guys, have a great day. Thank you.
And everyone else. today. We
Welcome.
really appreciate it. As a reminder to everyone on the call, if you could please use the raised hand icon to ask a question. That way I know to call on you, and we will go ahead and get started with Alex Calabrese from Men in Red 97.
Hey Hugo, how are you today?
Hi, very good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Look, you've been in Chicago a couple of months now. I think it's about 5 months. I just want to know in general, now you're scoring goals. Now the team is starting to click a little bit more. How are you personally, and how are you enjoying life in Chicago?
I mean, much better now that the results are better and the performances as well. I think especially the last three performances were good. That we found our way into this system, and hopefully it can continue that way. And for the rest, I mean, yeah, the weather is unbelievable right now. So when family or friends are over, we really enjoy the city.
And also another thing, coming over from Europe to America, one of the weird things is that the calendar's different. So you might essentially have 18 months of soccer or 16 months of soccer in a row. How are you dealing with that physically, or are you anticipating that?
I mean, I talk with the physical department here, and we are monitoring everything and making sure that I get every help I need if necessary. But for right now, I mean, the season just ended in Belgium, so I'm still in the rhythm. Maybe in a couple months I will have some fatigue coming up, but I don't expect it to be too much. So I feel good.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Joe Chats from On Tap Sportsnet.
Thanks, Hugo. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Just the recent results, it's turning around. You're getting to where you wanted to be after, we talked last month before these things turned around. How close do you think this offense is and you are to really hitting the stride where you want to be and at the level of goal scoring and goal creation that you want to be?
It's difficult to say or to put a measurable goal to it, but I mean, the goal is to continue on creating and scoring goals like we have done the last games, and doing so consistently. So it starts with now the upcoming Toronto away game, and knowing we have 3 away games in a row, which will be challenging, but the position we are in now and the position we put ourselves in doesn't give us any other choice than taking points on the road. So it starts this Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you, Hugo. Good luck. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press in Toronto.
Thank you. Hi, Hugo. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
You're welcome.
Playing away games is always difficult, but perhaps especially in Major League Soccer, given the travel that has to be done. How have you found being on the road in MLS? And in addition to perhaps the difficulties, have you enjoyed seeing North America in doing so?
Personally, I don't find it that challenging because I've been in Greece where I played for a team that was located on an island. So every 2 weeks we had to take the plane. Was on loan in a team in France, which was again on the island Corsica. So every 2 weeks we took the plane. And last 18 months in Belgium, we were playing Europe. So because of the World Cup, the first season, and all the qualification games we had this season, we played basically away every second Thursday. And those away trips were much further from Belgium. So I've been used to it. I'm capable of dealing with it. I think that's a personal issue. Maybe other players manage it differently, but personally, I'm perfectly fine with it. And I mean, yeah, we travel to different states and cities in the US, but we don't see much. We arrive on Friday, we rest from the trip, and Saturday is game day, and we travel right away back to Chicago. So can't say we see a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Tim Hotze for Men in Red 97.
Hi, Hugo. How are you?
Hi, very good. Thank you.
Good. So half a season into your time in MLS, how have you found the level of play? How does it compare to what you'd expect? Has there been anything surprising about the style or level in North America?
No, I wouldn't say there's anything surprising. I think like every league, it has its specificity, But I think there is much more transition than what I was used to, and a lot of games open up in during the second half. But it's how you prepare as a team and how you are able to cope with it.
Bonne chance. Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go back to Joe Chats from OnTap Sportsnet.
Yeah, thanks, E. Hugo, one more a really serious question. A lot of fans have been asking, what does hashtag MM mean that you put on social media?
Mastery mindset.
Got it. So when did that become something you needed to do professionally, mastering that mindset?
It's, I don't know, it's I always had the right mindset in doing things and just doing the best I can, but then I got a little bit deeper into it, reading some stuff, speaking to people with more experiences, some coaches, and I formed my own identity into it, I would say, and it's coping with challenges and struggles professionally and accepting them, and accepting every challenge that comes your way, and trying just to do your best to overcome them, and be as successful as you can be and being the best version of yourself.
Awesome. Glad I asked. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hugo, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. And thank you everyone for joining us on the call.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.